Greetings, everybody. How's all doing? Congratulations. We made it through Mercury retrograde. Mercury went direct this morning at 5:50 a.m. California time. And hey, Nell. Hey, Rio. So I wanted to talk about this retrograde and just talk about what's going on in the world and the ways that I support myself through what feels like a very, very transformational and heavy, dark time on the planet. So first of all, I am Monique, also known as the Moon Mama. I have many names now. Like, it's so interesting. The more I do my work, the more I understand our humanity and our psyche, and that we're not, that we have been deeply programmed. Our perceptions have been programmed. We live in a world where our perceptions have been programmed, conditioned to think that we are separate, to think that we are not a part of the Earth's ecosystem, just even in our own way of being, we have been conditioned to prioritize capitalism and work over our mission and purpose here. We are deeply, we are far away from ourselves. We are far away from ourselves in a profound way. And the world is showing us, what we see in the world right now is showing us how far away we are from ourselves. And it's not a mistake. And this is what I mean when I say it's not a mistake. The context of the world that we're in right now is that we are coming out of the dark ages. And the dark ages are a real thing. It is a scientific placement from the sun and the earth and where the earth is on its axis. And we have something called the big year, and it's 25,000 years, which is like one big year. And within that, there are 5,000 year periods there are 5,000 year periods that encapsulate different ages as well. And so we are like in the halfway mark out of a 25,000 year period, but we're ending a 5,000 year period now. And it is the dark ages. So we're going into another age. We're going into a golden age. But the dark ages has to die. Like it has to expire. The way you graduated from 6th grade and went to 7th grade. You just don't go back to it anymore. The way things become extinct, like we don't use 8-track tapes anymore. We don't smoke in offices anymore. We evolve. We are in an evolutionary period, and we happen to be living through like a crisis point in the evolutionary period, and the earth is experiencing it. Humanity's experiencing it. We're experiencing it also individually and collectively. And so, how do we participate? This is what I ask myself all the time. What are the things I need to know? We're in the dark ages. And what are some of the things that are pertinent to the dark ages? The illusion of separation is the thing that is the signature of the dark ages. The illusion that we are separate from one another. The illusion that the choice that I make has nothing to do with you. The way I'm living does not impact you. That the earth that we can, take from the earth, and this is separation. And how does separation look? It shows up as capitalism. It shows up as white supremacy. It shows up as the patriarchy. It shows up as, gosh, as soon as I started talking, let me see if I can get something to drink. It shows up as all the ways that we continue to divide ourselves. It shows up as all the ways that we continue to divide ourselves. And that we don't understand that there's only one thing happening here. There is only one life here. It looks like we're separate, but as fish don't understand that they are in water, we don't understand that we are in an electromagnetic field that keeps us where we're all one. We're all breathing the same oxygen. We're all drinking the same water. We all are walking on the same planet. We're all connected. Everything is connected. So I have to remind myself of that as often as and so then I look in the world. And so I remind myself of it, but I fortify it by understanding consciousness. So astrology helps me understand consciousness. Everybody has a sun sign. Everybody has a moon sign. So that means that everyone is connected to the same sun that I see. Everyone else sees it too. Everyone is connected to the moon. I'm fortifying my belief system in oneness, because that will help me begin to regulate my choices and actions from a perspective of oneness, not codependence, not people pleasing, but oneness. The law of this universe is oneness, that we are not separate. So I fortify that in my mindset daily, so that I can move and make choices from the perspective and the consciousness of oneness. So then I look out into the world and I go, what's going on? And I see things like wars. And so I go inside of myself because it's oneness. I don't say that's not me. That doesn't mean I'm not triggered by it. That doesn't mean that I'm not angry. But when I feel the anger and I feel the triggers, I feel it, because me feeling it lets me know that I'm alive. I'm a part of this human experience, and that I'm a part of this. So then I start asking, where am I at war with myself? Where am I at war? If I am seeing war, if war is in my scope, where am I at war? Because the universe has to show me the things that I can't see about myself, because we cannot see ourselves. Generally, unless we're very introspective, we cannot see ourselves. It's how it is here because of the dark ages, right? So what I'm doing is I'm attempting to bring my consciousness to a greater awareness by understanding that oneness is the law here. So if I am perceiving war, then it is in me somehow, because that is the law here, right? So where am I at war? So then I start meditating on it. Where am I at war with myself? And what comes up, I journal about it. Oh, I'm at war with the fact that I am on the earth realm at a really fucked up time. I'm at war with that. I hate it. What does that feel like? And I feel it. And I'm at war with the fact that, I'm in this country and there's been slavery and oppression, and I breathe it in rather than going, it's them, because oneness is the only rule here. It's not them. It's not over there. It's me too. It's because here's the thing. Everything holds. The wholeness of this reality is that we are connected, right? We all carry the same thing at various percentages, right? So I might not be in full on war with myself. I might not be 100% at war with myself, but I might be 0.003 at war with myself. And then it's my responsibility to heal that within me so that I can then heal it in the whole. The number one way of consciousness, oneness, is responsibility. That is right. Exactly. Take responsibility. That's it. I take responsibility for it. I take responsibility for everything. And it is not easy. I do not prefer it. It does not feel good. But it is the only way to transmute what is happening on the planet. It is the only way to heal it, by doing my part, taking responsibility for my part of it, and knowing that I'm responsible for anything I see. If I spot it, I got it. I used to go to this school called USM, the University of Santa Monica, and we used to say, if you spot it, you got it. If you see somebody is hateful, if you see the hatefulness in them, it's because you have the hatefulness in you. If you see that somebody is beautiful and you see the beauty in them, it is because you have the beauty in you. You have to understand that this is a reality based on perception. At the core of this is all energy. At the core of this is energy. And at the core of this is energy. And so if I can see something and understand that it's energetic, and what happens, because we're in the dark ages, there's a great deal of fear. There's so much fear and war and fighting. And so I'm like, where is that inside of me? And if I sit long enough, it'll show itself to me. It'll present itself. And because I'm willing to see it, I don't have to create calamities in my life. Because I'm willing to face my own self-hatred, face my own self-annihilation, because I'm willing to look at my own shadow and see where I'm holding. Where do I hate myself? Where am I afraid to be myself? Where don't I love myself? Where am I rejecting myself? And let me tell you, there are answers to all of these questions. Like, oh, you reject your knowing. You reject your intuition. You reject your ancestry. You reject your connection to a higher force. You reject your ability to see what you know is true. But the answers are real. They are prevalent, and they come. When I ask the questions, they come. And what I'm inviting us to is to begin to do this every day. Like, if you could just do it a little bit, because this is the only way we're going to heal the energy that creates war and separation and division. We have to do it inside of ourselves. We cannot finger point. The more we cast judgments, and don't get me wrong, like, I am profoundly enraged about what's going on this planet. I am like, I cannot, like, sometimes I'm just in my house like, what the fuck? But then I go, where is it inside of you? Where is it here? Where are you, not willing to own your own darkness? Where are you not willing to own? Like, I was asking myself today, as I watch what's happening in Israel, and I'm like, where am I so rooted in that I would kill people, that I would kill innocent people, or that I would kill people who appear to be innocent for my own gratification? Then I'm realizing I'm on America. I'm in America, right? Which is a country that did the same thing that's happening in Israel. So that question lives in my blood. Like, I come from places and people who have killed and maimed and stolen. Like, that is in my fucking DNA. It's in me. And you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. But it's like, fuck, okay. So how do I be with this? I have to love myself. I have to love the part of myself that thinks it needs to harm others in order for safety and security. I have to love the part of myself that is so at odds with life and love that it would disregard. Like, it's in me. It's in me. So I have to just love every part of myself. This is the deepest, hardest work ever. It's like, because I can't fix it out there. Like I said, we live in a perception energy-based reality. These things are like I have been here on the planet since the 60s, and I have lived through marches and protests and civil rights and Black Panther, and we're still doing the same thing, y'all. None of it has changed. None of it has changed. I have lived here for 55 years, and it is the same stuff. And the reason it is the same is because we're not dealing with it from the perspective of we are one with it. It might not be happening at that mass level in your life. You might not be killing people, but it sounds silly, sounds ridiculous, but you might kill ants. That sounds ridiculous, right? You might kill spiders. I know that sounds like what? But I promise you. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't eat meat. I'm saying that we have to become conscious of our connections to things. We have to become conscious. I'm not saying, be a do-gooder. I'm saying understand that we are connected. Understand that what's happening over there is also happening in you at some level. And if you're not willing to get curious about it, we're never going to end this shit. Well, we are going to end it. We are going to end it because nature is going to win. Nature will spit us the fuck out. But if you don't want to be spit out, you have got to own all of the nature in you. Nature is furious. Nature is dark as fuck. Nature is not just, picking apples off trees. And like, do you see what animals do to one another? Like, we have the capacity for that, and we have to own it and take full responsibility for it and really stop finger pointing. Like, and I'm going to tell you, I really want to finger point. The level of finger pointing I want to do around, what's going on in Israel and what's going on would make me maniacal. But I know the laws here. I know that oneness is all it is. So where am I greedy? Where am I maniacal? Where am I, rageful and dark? Where am I that? You know what I mean? Like, where does that live in me? Because if I can claim it and hold it for myself, then I can heal it in me, and this is how it works. I wish there was another answer. I wish there was that's the only way to do it. There is no other way. So we are, Mercury is retrograde, finished today. Where am I a psychopath? Yes. Where am I a psychopath? Where am I a narcissist, right? Everybody's a narcissist. Motherfucker, you the narcissist. I'm the narcissist, right? Like, where does that live in me? And the more we can claim it and love ourselves and take responsibility. Oh, I did that. I said that. I thought that. I had that thought. I had that feeling. I've had the thought of murdering people. I've had the thought. I've had it. I felt it. Where it's in me. I could do it. Like I told you guys, I saw that Toni Morrison tape. Black people can be so dignified. It's just, I cannot stand how dignified Black people can be. Like, we are so higher than mighty. We are so Christian and it is shameful because we are liars and we we pretend to be one way and then we behave other ways. And so when you go into churches, you see all molestation and black people just but dignified. So Toni Morrison was saying, she would be hard pressed to find a black person that would murder innocent white children. And I just sat with that for a moment and I was like, can I murder innocent white children? Fuck yes, I could. I can murder innocent. I could do it. And guess what? When we know the truth about our ancestry, the Moors, the black Moors, were doing all manner of horrible things to white people, which is why this energy is still being perpetuated. But we're so ignorant. We don't know. We've not studied. We don't understand. Like I said, our perception has been conditioned. Our perception has been hijacked. So we see the world. We're in a world within a real world. We're in a fake world within a real world. And the fake world is Americanism and Europeanism and the making up word. That's the fake world. And it is, it has captivated us. Like we're in a house of mirrors. So we don't really know what's going on. So we're ignorant and, and they keep perpetuating these ideas of like purity and, superiority. And so everybody's wants to be the superior one. You want to reject the other stuff. But while we're rejecting, all the dark stuff, they're doing all the dark stuff and they're wielding our power because we won't own our own power. Where am I afraid of my power? Where am I afraid of my power? Why am I afraid of my power? I talk to people every day who are like, oh, I don't want to see that. Or, that's evil. That's of the devil. That's you being afraid of your power. The devil did that. They created an illusion. There is no devil. There's not even a devil, y'all. The devil is you. The devil is you. That's the thing. And there's not even a devil. The devil is you. But so is the angel. And we don't even understand. Like, because I said they've hijacked our perceptions. So we don't know what's going on. So as Mercury goes direct today in Aries, this is about us really claiming our identities, like really being true to who we are, and getting authentic and telling yourself the truth. I just saw that I saw a little bit of a brief interview that Amanda Seales, I think that's her name, did on Shay Shay's. And, it's so interesting watching all of these celebrities come out and be so transparent. And Amanda is interesting to me because she's so triggering. But it's because she's a Cancer and she feels so deeply. She feels so deeply. And she says the things that no one is willing to say. And most celebrities, once they get in, they don't want to rock the boat. It's like in order to be in the club, you have to behave a certain way. And she can't behave because she's in the club because she sees all the wrongdoings going on. But she's not capable of allowing money and fame and notoriety to make her shut up. Like she can't, the things don't satiate her. I don't know. You should come and get a reading with me. Come get a reading. Come schedule a reading. And I'd love to break all this down. That's what I do. I help people understand how they should be with their energy and so they can really be authentic. So Amanda Seales hasn't been able to sell herself out for the money and the fame. And so they call her problematic. But many of us are we get comfortable. We just want to be comfortable. We just want to find our little own place and not have to be, I'm the same way. We don't want to get the fire. So we find a way to just, I'm gonna just do what they told me to do. And I got my money and I got my fame and so I'm not going to rock the boat because that's the rules. And Where are we doing that in our own lives? Where are we not rocking the boat because we just want to be comfortable? We don't want to be seen. We don't want to have to give up what we think we have, right? Like all of that stuff is an illusion. Because whatever you're holding on to for comfort's sake, you're going to lose it anyway because it's not really yours. If you have to try to hold on to it, you're going to lose it. If you're you can't hold on to something by not being true to yourself. You will lose it in some way. Like maybe you might have the money, but you'll lose your health. And then you have to spend the money on your health. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't hold on to shit. You cannot try to beat the energy of what's coming for you. You can't beat it. You can't beat your karma. You can't beat you can't outrun it. So if you're trying to hold on to a relationship because you don't want to be alone, the person you're in a relationship with is going to get sick, and then you're going to have to be taking care of them, and you're going to have to be a slave to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You cannot fucking run from it. It's how it goes. What's for you is going to be for you. So get in it. Like test it out. Like, if it's going to be what it's going to be, bring it. Fight with it. Wrestle with it. Love it. Kiss it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Do it. Because you can't run from yourself. You can't run from your karma. You can't run from your ancestors' unfinished business. You can't run from what your mama did that she didn't. You can't run from it. You gonna get it. If your mama didn't fix it, it's coming to you. You can't run from it. You can, and I'm here to tell y'all, I've lived long enough to know you cannot run from what is for you. So turn the fuck around and go, all right, here it is. Here I am. Here I am. What you want? What I'm gonna do? Invite it in. Get curious about it. Get curious about who you are. And see, because it will transform into power. It transforms into magic. It transforms into what you actually need. And we hold all these stories thinking it's wrong or it's a sin or it's all that. And we actually end up doing more harm. And then you just get on the karmic trail and you literally die in this physical body and are born again, and you come back with the same shit. You come back in a different body. We're just not taught this though. We're just not taught this. You die, you come back in a different body because you didn't understand it in this life. You die and you forget. And then you come back and you play the same shit out again until you can begin to catch on. Like literally, you have to start to catch on. Like I remember when I was in my relationship with my son's father and the pattern, like I started to recognize the cycle. I was like, this is it was like Groundhog's Day for me. I was like, this is fucking, and then I started saying, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Like I didn't know what to do. But I knew, don't do it. I was like, don't go back into this. And so I stopped doing it. I just started doing it like this. Nope, this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing it. Because I started recognizing my karmic patterns. And where do I take the test so that I don't have to come back to this motherfucker? You take the test inside of you. The test is in your own consciousness. That's the thing. The thing you're running from is your test. The thing you're avoiding is your test. The thing you don't want to do is your test. That's it. Your shadow is your test. And when we begin to do that, we will heal these wars. We don't have to go protest. We don't have to do nothing. All we have to do is go, and I promise you, if you go inside it, we will begin to watch these realities collapse because they are attached inside of us. Those realities are connected inside of the parts of us that won't look at ourselves. All right, y'all. I love y'all so very, very much. I am hungry. I got to go get some food. But book your, go to my healwithmoonmama.com. Book your natal chart readings. Book your coaching packages, and come and let's do the work. Come to follow the sun, and we are doing the work. Like, literally, the thing that I love is that the people who are in the community their lives are changing because they're getting that they are connected. I love you too, Heavens. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Heaven's World. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all, we end this together. Peace and blessings all. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.